Welcome. Thank you for joining me. This was pretty spontaneous. As you guys maybe have been noticing, is I'm getting my list done before the end of the year. So you're seeing a lot of stuff popping up. But one of the things that I truly believe in, because it has changed my life back in a time where I literally kind of thought about quitting because I felt like I was working all the time. Yes, the income was great, but I felt like it was a little too much. So always listen to your upline. So I had a little wine chat. Donna Laney was at my house and I was whining and I was complaining. And we sat down and we made a schedule. And ever since then, which was 4 years ago, it has completely changed my life. And it almost freezes me when I don't have a schedule or when something changes in my routine, or like back when my husband was still in the military and his schedule would change, or he would go from days to nights. It was like, until I could sit here and color code my schedule, although it's all in Google Calendar too, but until I could, it's like the puzzle pieces weren't aligning. It froze me. I couldn't move forward because I didn't know when I was working, when I was not working. So scheduling, time blocking, whatever you want to call it, is like the golden ticket of owning your own business, because it is hard to own your own business. It's not easy because there's so many distractions, and it's so easy to just be like, I'll do that later, right? Oh, yeah, I'll go out for lunch with you. Yeah, I'll do that later. Oh yeah, I'll do that later. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the dishes. And then by the time you do the dishes, you organize your whole kitchen and the important things didn't get done, right? So I'll tell you what I have done over the years. There's all kinds of different ways. But what I'm also going to tell you is that we're going to do, and I'm not going to record those, of course, but we're going to do breakout sessions. So however many people on, we'll probably split into smaller groups so you guys can get to know each other for like 30 minutes or so. Do your schedule, your ideal schedule. This is your ideal schedule. That doesn't mean it's going to be the perfect schedule. Doesn't mean it's going to be your schedule for the rest of your life, but you might even adjust it every month until you find something that works for you. Okay. So you have two different ways. I think you have two different ways. I'm sure there's more. Okay. But here is what I do. So I'm just going to share my screen and walk you guys through it. And then you can decide which option is best. But just in case you need to print something out, I just go to Google. I type in weekly schedule template. This has always been my go-to right here. But somehow today, this has been, those of you guys that have been with me for a couple of years, you've always seen this, right? You can search schedule in the bullet train, and I talk about it probably at least 4 times a year. But somehow this year I decided to print this one out because it had more time slots for me. So I'm trying to be better at actually then putting in what I'm going to do during specific times, because I tend to get a little distracted sometimes too. All right, we're not perfect. Okay, so printing out something that works for you. Okay, whatever works for you, find one, print it out. So if you don't have one yet, print it out. If you don't have a printer, get a piece of paper. Doesn't matter, right? Just get something out. The other thing you can do too is you can go on Google Sheets. So you can just Google Sheets. And then right up here, there's actually a schedule template. So you could go in here if you want it to be all digital, or maybe you're someone that, I know there's some people that the schedule changes almost weekly because of maybe husband's schedule or your work schedule or whatever, that you could even then go in here and edit that out, right? So you could do however you want, whatever you want to do. So print something out, get a piece of paper or something, and then start coloring. So I'm going to tell you the way I do it. Okay. Did anybody print anything out already by chance? Oh, yay. Yay. Okay, cool. Wow, that's pretty good for spontaneous training. So this is the way I do it. Okay. So from the time you're up, right? Now, maybe if you need more time, you might want to consider getting up an extra 30 minutes. Okay. I didn't always get up at 5:30. It took me a couple of years, but now it's like just what I do, even on the weekends. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm definitely not like to do training calls at 9 p.m., right? So typically 8, 9 at the latest, like I am done. But there's certain nights I don't want to work at night. So you decide, right? So here's what I do. I start with yellow. Okay. So yellow for me is like sunshine. Okay. It's like family, right? So I put in all my family obligations first. So, if your kids are going to school right now, maybe you have to get kids up and ready, breakfast, get them on the bus. That's typically mine. And then like in the afternoon, like 4 to 8 o'clock, 4 to 7 o'clock is typically like family time, dinner, all the things that we got to do, right? And then I don't like to work on the weekends too much. I'll work in the morning because I'll do what I got to do because everybody's sleeping anyways. It's like just what I do, right? There's not even a question about it. But I don't like to work like Saturday afternoons or Saturday nights or something like that. So I block those times off for family time. Maybe your kids are, like my kids are in taekwondo and dance. So I'll block those time slots off to make sure that that gets blocked off first. Now, if you're working full time, you have to show up to work, right? I see lots of you guys. I know a lot of you guys work full time. So you want to block that off maybe in a whole different color, right? I don't know, pick whatever color you want, orange, right? And block off your work time. But there's more than 40 hours to working, right? It's the getting ready, it's the prepping lunches, whatever it is, like block every single time. So once you have your work and once you have your family time, then before Pampered Chef, because I just think it's super important, is your time, okay? Now, I don't care if it's 15 minutes a day, all right? I really don't care if it's 15 minutes a day and you lock yourself in a closet with a piece of chocolate and you read 5 minutes of something, or you read, everybody's laughing, like I'm serious, okay? Right? Or maybe it's 15 minutes of getting on your treadmill, or maybe it's sitting somewhere in a corner and reading your favorite book, okay? I don't know, like personal time for you, because we cannot just give to everyone. We also have to fuel ourselves. So for me, pink is gym, workout. That is mine every day, like Monday through Friday, not on the weekends. See how I take off on the weekends? You can do that. You can control what you do. And maybe you've never done that, so just start with 15 minutes. Maybe you just sit there and drink a cup of coffee and eat a piece of chocolate and you don't look at your phone. Maybe you just like, I don't know, maybe you just sit there in silence. I don't know. Is there something that you do that's just yours? Like, comment, tell us in the chat, right? I hope there's something, all right? And maybe for some of you guys, that's organizing things, or some of you guys enjoy, you know, laundry or something, like whatever, just make sure it's personal time. And then after that, this is my money color, okay? This is my I make money color. So this is my Pampered Chef color, right? So I then block times of when I want to work my business. Now, you can then take this to the next level, right? Once you know when you're going to work, you can then take this to the next level and decide what is it that I need to do during those work hours, right? So it could be like I have a couple different categories. Of course, your categories could be different, but one is definitely personal business, right? Checking in virtual parties, bookings, contacts, setting up parties. If you're doing taste spots, outreaches. If you have any VIP groups, you might want to check that. Your fit, your social media, reading for personal development. That would be my personal business. So on my calendar, it says Claudia's personal business, right? Specific time blocked. Because I am like a squirrel. I know you guys think I have my stuff together, but I don't. It's literally like I start one thing and then I'm on the next thing and then I'm somewhere else and then I forgot all about what I was doing 30 minutes ago, right? Anybody relate? Okay, so I have to like block it, right? So then I have my personal team, checking in with my personal team, checking in with my new consultants, right? So at least you have your personal business, your personal team, or if your goal is to grow a personal team, maybe you don't have one yet, maybe block 30 minutes once a week to check in with your personal team, like pretend like it's already there, right? And then if you have an organization, if you have directors, you might want to put some time aside to check in with directors, director meetings, director calls, whatever it is. And then anything, if you have a bigger group of team members, you might want to have some time set aside to plan for your organization or train your organization or something like that. So those are my 5 categories. If you are a consultant here today, then you just need to worry about personal business, right? And then blocking that. And then that's literally it. And then one more tip I will give you as far as planning is I also like to print out a month at a glance generic calendar. There's no date or anything, okay? So as you guys have seen, we're doing different calls. We always change things up at the beginning of the year. So I like to know, like, okay, so Sundays, 7 p.m. booking blitz. Let me put this on this generic calendar that's going to go right here. So it starts to get embedded in my brain and I don't forget about these new calls, right? Monday, we have director calls, 7 p.m. We have new consultant calls, 8 p.m. We have director bound for people that want to become directors. Tuesday, right? So look at the schedule that we've given you guys. Look at the calendars. And if you need me to go over them, I will. Tuesday, 8 p.m. opportunity events, right? Wednesdays, 4 p.m. we have the taste buds cook along, and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. we also have our team meeting. That's pretty much it, right? So that way you know it's on your calendar, and if it's important to you, right, you'll go. And maybe you don't go to every booking blitz because you have all the bookings. That's fine, but at least you know what's happening when, and you can put it in your calendar. Make sense? Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we just start blocking and we just start coding. So you might be like, okay, I get up, or I'm going to work, 2 to 4 each day. So then Monday through Friday, if it's the same day, if it changes for you, then change it up, right? Maybe you want to work on the weekends more because that's when the husband can help out with the kids, right? Maybe you work full time, so maybe evening is good for you. Or maybe you work full time and you like to get up early. So those are the things that you can discuss in your little groups, okay? Now, again, this is not going to be perfect the first time around, but you'll run with it. Run with it the first week in January. See how it feels. Be like, whoa. Yeah, the other thing too is leave some white space, okay? Like, okay, so maybe you're doing paper check business, but don't block every 15 minutes for something, because then you're always going to feel like you don't have time and you're running out of time. So make sure you have a little bit of white space too, because we're not like robots, right? We need a little bit of white space sometimes to just like debrief or whatever. So any questions about that? Does that kind of make sense? The password for Taste Buds Cook Along is "What's for dinner?" Can also be found in the bulletin and the national docs. Well, not national doc, bulletin. Yeah. Yeah, Taste Buds Cook Along is every Wednesday at 4 p.m. That's new too. I know, right? You'll get it all. It's okay. There's a lot happening. I know Tammy's like rolling eyes. I know. It's okay. Just breathe, right? It's a lot happening. It's okay. Just you come first, you and your personal business. But again, right? If you want me to go over that, does anybody want me to go over all the things that happen once a month? Yes? Okay, there we go. You ready? Look, Stephanie, I'm a teacher. Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern time, booking blitz. Okay? Every Sunday, same Zoom, same thing. For directors, every first Monday at 12 p.m. is your Landy director call. This is all Eastern time. Okay? For directors, every third Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern time is your bullet train director call. So if you're not a director yet, chop chop. Every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, new consultant training. This is for new consultants, seasoned consultants. You have nothing else to do? Whatever, listen in. You're never gonna know. Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, director bound. Anybody that is working on becoming a director. So if that's your goal, we'll see you Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. There's groups and all that, just reach out to your director. And we do expect, if you're a director, you put someone in that group, that you show up and you support them. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time, opportunity event in the opportunity group. Okay? And if you have nothing to do on Tuesdays, but maybe you don't have leads, go in there, listen. Sometimes it's so fun to hear people's stories. Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern time is the Taste Buds Cook Along. Every Wednesday. There's 4 of us and we're rotating. Today it was Casey Barbarito. She made the lasagna stovetop. So we're working on providing value to our customers past their purchase, right? So we set ourselves apart from other subscription services. And that's it. Oh, wait. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, team meeting every week. Always something new. Never know what you're going to learn. Okay, did that help? But you can also find it in the bulletin, right? But this is just part of getting everything organized. Okay.
One question.
Yes.
Will you be putting the cook-alongs on the calendar like you have all the other meetings?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. That is a really good idea. You know, I haven't done it because we just tested it for 3 weeks and we just agreed that we were going to continue to do it because we like them. So yeah, let me add.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, guys. And if I ever screw anything up, like, please call me out because, you know, that's just what we do. Gotta write it down. I'm not gonna do it. 4 p.m. Go on.
The syncing of the calendars really helps me.
Yay! Yeah, so we do have a Google Calendar. If you use that, you can do that as well. And I'll show you mine. Again, this is gonna change because I'm redoing it every year. But basically the time blocking, you could do that on your Google Calendar too, right? So this is my family time, right? This is my personal business. This is daily check-ins for certain things. And then there's different thing on different types of the week. So this works the same for Google Calendar too. I don't know. I just like colors. It just helps me, okay, to just time block different things. And it doesn't mean that you can't change it, right? It doesn't mean that maybe you had time to schedule your personal business and a family member and calls you and asks you for help. That's fine. That's the beauty of this business. It's flexible, but then you got to take that time block and we can't just throw it away and not do the work. Then we got to be like, okay, well, maybe I wasn't going to work Sunday morning, but now, because this came up, now I'm going to take that time block and move it over there, right? We can't just delete it. We have to figure a way to still get the work done. And if you can perfect this, I promise you, you will have the best work-life balance. Now, there's no perfect balance, right? We're not perfectly sleeping 8 hours and perfectly working 8 hours and perfectly, spending 8 hours with our family, right? I don't believe in the perfect balance, but if you can look back at the week and feel like, wow, I feel pretty good. I feel like I did all the things, right? And if that's not you and you're overwhelmed, then keep tweaking it. I promise you it will come. It just takes a little bit of time. Brandy needs her calendar to look like that. I know, right? It's pretty good. If I don't have a Google Calendar, it's pretty bad. Nothing will get done. Okay, you guys ready to go into breakout rooms? Okay, so here we go. So if this is your first time, you will see a screen pop up that you have to click to go into the breakout room. So it is 7:20. So why don't we do, let's do like 7:45-ish. Sound good? And then I'll bring you guys back and we can see how you guys are doing. So we have 28 people on. Let's do like maybe 5. Oh, let's do 4 breakout rooms. Okay, we'll see you guys in a little bit.